Justin Verlander is making his return tonight for the Houston Astros. And it's weird because he was only gone for 6 months, you know? This is almost like, hey, he was abroad.
Yeah, he's like went to summer camp and now he's back.
Right. Very long summer
Very
camp.
long summer camp.
I would say, B-Mac, it's more like a semester abroad, right? Like he's somewhere else.
Sure.
And he's back. And he's back for good.
He was hanging out on a yacht in Greece for a while, and now he's back.
That sounds amazing. No, I mean, look, like he thought he was going somewhere nice. Like it's as if he went abroad to Los Angeles and he's like, LA, it's great. And then he got there and he's like, oh, everyone's doing fentanyl and stabbing people and the Writers Guild's on strike. So there's nothing for me to even do here because there's no industry other than acting in Hollywood.
Just acting in depression.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. People forget. Like that's kind of what LA has become. So yeah, it's like you went to LA, the Mets, right? Like absolute dumpster fire of a team right now. And he's like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to come back. So I was curious as to see how is this so difficult to do online? Astros, Angels, ticket prices.
Where are you trying to look
tonight?
it up?
I'm trying to look up the ticket prices for the game.
But where are you trying to look it up from?
I guess like from StubHub.
Okay, I'll pull up a different app, see if I get there faster.
And these apps are terrible. No, F off StubHub, dying of fire.
Okay, so I'm on SeatGeek, and it looks like there's $32 is the cheapest ticket.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's section 409, so you're a little bit up, but that's not bad.
Ooh.
$32 to get in.
Is 409 by the Hornitos area?
That I don't know. It doesn't say.
That's my spot. That's my spot.
$32 to get in price. That's not, especially in the secondary market. That's not bad.
$32 to one, see Justin Verlander's return. Two, to see Shohei Ohtani in
modern
person.
day Babe Ruth do things we've never seen before.
Never, ever in my life. And then three, also he stinks against the Astros for whatever reason, but it's fine. And three, so that I can go pay for a like $400 El Tiempo margarita in center field. I mean, this value speaks for itself. $32 to go to an Astros game tonight. I think I'm going to go.
There you go.
I think I'm going to go. Just had a date cancel on me. I think I'm going to go.
Oh no, you had a date cancel?
Oh, this is like welcome to being single.
See you walk into work, it's like, nah.
You know what?
Is that possible?
P-Mac, that is a great point. Like she's listening to me. He's like, he hasn't had a car for 2 months. Does he have a job? No, not really. My job is kind of fake.
Yeah, especially in dating your 30s, the woman's like, I am not dealing with another guy without a car. Bye, next.
Running out of options, as my mother always says. Yeah, I need the car to get here.
Oh, no, is she giving you the when are you going to get married speech every time you talk to her?
No, she just said once, like, you're running out of options. And I was like, damn, that was cold.
So there's no longer lots of fish in the sea.
I guess not. You know
it's been overfished.
It's Hey Angel says, you don't need him, Paulie. You don't him. Yeah, that's kind of the running bit of the show. So
I'm sure there'll be nights of lots of nice young women there at the Astros game for you to try to meet.
Well, who says I'm into women?
Well, that's the point.
You're presuming
that's a good point. One of our
you're presuming my sexual interests, B-Mac, and I'm offended by that in 2023. How dare you think that I'm into the women?
Sure, you're open to anything.
I'm into the broads. Come on, I'm into Tom Brady.
I thought he was your Lord and Savior, not your thirst trap wish.
Well,
he's both? Okay.
We all have rules that we'd break. I wanted to make you uncomfortable. Successful. This goes back to Justin Verlander's return. Paul, are you more interested in seeing Justin Verlander than Kate Upton? Yes. I have been compared, when I've got my beard, the scruff, I have been compared to Justin Verlander. People think I look like him.
Were these people coming off an eye exam? Were their eyes dilated? Were they suffering with some sort of impairment?
I'm just saying what people have said I look like.
No, I mean, that would be on brand for the show because obviously Sean Mapes looks like Lance McCullers' brother.
He does.
We have another member of the Astros rotation now with Shore JV, I guess. I don't know what the title would be there.
Okay. But hey, people have said this, but they're asking if I'm more interested in seeing Justin Verlander than Kate Upton. And my answer to that is yes, I'm more interested in seeing Justin Verlander than I am in seeing Kate Upton. And here's where things are about to get controversial. I find Kate Upton to have a beautiful face.
Okay. I feel like there's a butt coming.
But the butt is, Bod's not my type. Not my type.
Okay, yeah.
It's not for everybody.
I can see where you.
Some people
set up that this was going to be an elitist conversation.
This isn't elitist. This isn't elitist. This is a some people are boob guys and some people are ass men, and I'm in the latter. I am an ass man. I'm not as man like Jake. I am an ass man. I like people who are fit, in shape, who look like they maybe play a sport or something like that. You know, going for the.
Who look like they could dominate the media flag football game.
Yeah, and you're probably
that's
wondering.
What you should be looking for women at is the media flag football game.
Well, listen. Here's the sad thing is there's mostly guys at this one. But,
yeah, well, you said earlier you didn't discriminate.
But some people exactly. See, I'm looking for athletic and toned people. I'm Kate Upton, not my cup of tea, but I do realize is thought to be by many to be stunningly beautiful and good for Justin Verlander. And this is not meant to sound as slander. Just not my type.
It sounds like you're calling out Justin Verlander's standards.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying my standards are different than Justin Verlander's standards in that Justin Verlander is able to date supermodels. He's dating a supermodel. Like, what are we talking about here? This is not me saying, like, oh, I wouldn't date Kate Upton. Are you kidding me? Kate Upton probably makes more money than me by a lot.
Well,
by a lot.
You didn't need to put probably in there.
You know what? B-Max, shut up, okay? I want at least there to be an air of mystery that maybe Paul Gallant is this like loaded radio star.
Well, you did
with oil money like Johnny Manziel.
I think you spoiled that though when you said you were walking to work the other day.
I got oil money. Like Johnny Manziel. You know, people never talk about that, but you know, lady who canceled on the date for later today. I have the oil money.
Maybe she would also like to see Justin Verlander over Pauly G. Maybe that's why she canceled. She's going to the game.
From the 281, Paul, my girl, and I are listening in. She said you sound like a guy who knows where to get a good Brazilian wax.
That sounds like an insult.
I think that means that I have the lady parts.
I think that's what they're trying to say.
I don't know. It's 2023.
I don't know. Find out. Subscribe to Pauly G's OnlyFans. Find out.
Listen, guys, we all have our own story. We all have our own journey.
This is the weirdest Brock Osweiler every interception.
Listen, it's Friday.
Story.
It's Friday. You know. Now people are asking me where. I can't read that one on the air. No, I. You know what was funny? So when I was working in Seattle, I worked at this station that was owned by the Church of Latter-day Saints. And
in Seattle, I didn't know they reached up that high.
Oh, they're big on the West Coast. There's a lot of them.
I knew it was like Northwest.
Nothing wrong with them.
Utah, obviously, but
honestly, the people from the Church of Latter-day Saints, they treated me great. They really did. But there's some limitations as far as what we could advertise. We couldn't advertise alcohol. We couldn't advertise gambling, which was kind of difficult when you're a sports radio station.
I mean, listen to her commercials. Everything's either beer or FanDuel or DraftKings. Yeah.
So, but there was an exception. I was endorsing, get this, Manscaped.
Okay, yeah, the shaving thing, yeah.
So I was doing live reads talking about shaving my bits and pieces. Paul Gallant here for Manscaped. And at this station owned by the Church of Latter-day Saints, where we were only allowed to do specific advertisements, I thought it was hilarious that I was talking about essentially like taking an electric razor called the Lawnmower 2.0 and taking it all over. You know, yes. The taco meat?
Yeah.
No. But the nipple hair? Yes. And downstairs? Yes. And I know this is perhaps disgusting some people in the lunch hour, and some people are offended by this kind of conversation around now. It's too gross for them. They can't eat after they hear this. This was a conversation on Wednesday, but that was an actual thing that happened. Not allowed to endorse alcohol?
Do they have to approve? Because I've heard those commercials before, not yours specifically, but the dialogue gets pretty suggestive. Do they have to approve like special phrasing for you?
Yes, they did. It was funny. It was really like I remember we went over what I was allowed to say and what I was not allowed to say on the air several times. So generally it went back to, I'm not talking about taking care of downstairs. I'm talking about taking care of upstairs with this electric razor. But again, it's called Manscaped, and everybody knows what Manscaped is referring to. You're talking about the bush.
You literally had to read a disclaimer that you're not talking about downstairs?
Essentially, like I had to imply that I wasn't. It was funny. The hula hoops that we had to jump through there for advertising still tickle me to this day. But guess what doesn't tickle you? The lawnmower. Still got it. I am debating going to the Astros game tonight, and if I'm If I'm there, I'll tweet about it. Akalon says.
Make sure to take pictures of Kate Upton. I know she's not your type, but maybe the people want to see it.
A couple of texts here. Paul thinks Kate Upton isn't stunning. Shocker. We all know why. Winky face. Never said that. I do think that she has a beautiful face. I truly do.
She just, not up to your standards. That's what you're saying.
I'm not saying that either. Like I do find her like attractive, but I'm not attracted to her.
Paul standards, greater sign, JV standards.
That makes sense. Like I'm not. She's attractive.
No, I get it.
I mean, what am I saying?
There's
no.
always going to be women that are universally regarded as attractive that maybe you don't have at the highest level. I get that.
Right.
I would disagree on Kate, but I get it in general.
Ocho Texto texts in, Kate Upton is overrated and needs to eat a steak or 10. What does that mean?
Does that mean she needs to... Too skinny. If they're saying she needs to eat a steak, she's too skinny.
That's interesting. Listen, she is...
I wouldn't say she's too skinny.
I think she's in perfectly fine shape.
Yeah.
But she's like not ripped like an athlete. That's kind of what I like.
That was a weird. Yeah, that comment. Maybe that person's thinking of someone else because I don't know that would be how you.
No, I don't either.
Kate Upton.
I honestly, I feel like the more I talk about this, like the more I seem like a dumbass. Like,
the more
Kate Upton,
yeah.
I don't know. Like I'm an ass guy, not a boobs guy. That's what I'm trying to say here. I'll
put that in the podcast description today.
Paul is an ass man, not a boobs guy. How does this relate to CJ Stroud? Great question. Tony the Handsome on the twitch.tv/ESPN975 says, I like a woman that's smart with a great heart. I don't look at their physical features. Shut the hell up. Shut up.
The question we need to ask
Just stop.
Is, would Macaroni and Tony wave a feather at Kate Upton?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But he wouldn't do it at her. I think he would do it at her boobs, not her butt. And I think Justin Verlander would beat his ass.
So where he puts the feather is he's identifying his favorite part of the woman's body?
I would assume so, yes.
Okay.
He's trying to say, hey, look at this. Tony Macaroni, everybody.